Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce our group. We are from group 7 of Kelas M. My name is Thalia Azzahra M and my partner is Fitriani Chaerunisa. Today we will present our essays with the title is IDS on web application. First, network security is the process of obtaining and reducing the flow of unwanted information, or in other words, the preventing and identifying unauthorized use in the network. Network security has several devices that can support it, one of which is the intrusion detection system, or IDS. IDS is a computer system that attempts to detect intrusion. IDS will provide notification when detecting something that is considered suspicious or illegal. IDS have two types, dari and IDS and HIDS. IDS works by looking for patterns of attack in network traffic. HIDS monitor the status of key system files and detect when an intruder creates, modifies, or deletes the monitored files. The main difference between NIDS and HIDS is that the NIDS can access information that is encrypted when traveling through the network.
With me, I am Fitriani Chaerunisa and I will explain how intrusion detection system works on the web application. Okay, web application of IDS in web application. Web application is an application software that runs on a web server. Unlike computer-based software programs, the application of IDS on web application has several obstacles, such as difficulties in configuration, such as HTTP communication protocol, which has encryption mixed IDS with detection attacks, and then web requests that must be configuration when we use the IDS, and then configuration on the web application dynamics that makes IDS work. Configuration on the web application dynamics that makes IDS work harder, and then configuring the heterogeneous web application language. We can use the IDS because it's not the language dependent on IDS. And last, we have the separation of the boots. IDS needs to add a boot feature to prevent the attacks carried out by the boot to code and evil boots. IDS security. Okay. To insecure the web application, intrusion detection system provides various types of security measures to guard against the enemy. The following provide a brief description of the various security features that are combined by IDS to identify suspicious user activity. First, we have an input validation. The validation process checks whether the input meets the predetermined set of the rules to prevent the entry of insecure data into the application. This consists of checking all inputs. Signature-based. Signatures detects the intrusion using the existing attack knowledge. However, the data monitored can be varied. The system relies on the state transition analysis model to describe the attack scenarios and is also capable to detecting multi-step attacks. Second, we have anomaly based. The anomaly is the process of comparing the definition of what activities are considered normal with the event observed to identify significant deviation. IDS that use anomaly-based detection has a profile that represents the normal behavior of things like the user, host or network connection application. Profiles are developed by monitoring the characteristics of typical activities over a certain period of time. For example, a profile for a network might be indicated that web activity consists of an average of 30% of the network bandwidth on the internet border during the normal business hours. And the third, we have the protocol base. But another problem is that the protocol model used by IDS might be conflict with the way the protocol is implemented. Okay, now we talk about how IDS works on web application. In IDS or web application, IDS will supervise the use of the network using the signature base, and then it will monitor on suspicious networks such as intruders who send the ICPM or Internet Protocol controllers or ping to the server more than the normal. So the detector will give the warning to the firewall. Then the firewall will close the IP intruder and the IDS will record the activity to the firewall by using the web service that will be forwarded, and the rest to close the IP intruder, and then rest to close the IP intruder so it's not connected to the web application or the network. The rest method can be used for the communication between the firewall and server in the form of the XML parsing. And the XML parsing can be used for the automatic firewall configuration. Firewall network will carry out the security policy by giving the rules on the network for the access in and out of the data packet on the network. But the firewall security is designed only to block the suspicious traffic without differentiation. Because of that, we must using the IDS for the security aiding for the firewall.